Hello, everybody. This is Ade, and this is the Abundant Joy Tarot. So I'm so excited to have you here today. We're going to do a weekly collective reading for the week of October 13th to the 19th. I'm going to do it a little bit different this week because I've been trying out some different formats, and I want to see what resonates with people. So if the way that I'm doing it this week resonates more or less than the way I've done it the past couple of weeks, if you've been tuning in, then let me know. I'd love to hear any thoughts. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. And this is what the reading is going to be today. So for our general reading, we're just going to be focusing on what are the 3 keys to really bring in a joyful week. How do we bring in joy in this week? And so we will look at that here with these 3 piles. What are these 3 keys that we all as a collective can use to bring more joy into our week? And then I'm going to do a very brief daily read. So I will pull a tarot and an oracle card for today, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And we will go through that. And so I will put timestamps there so that if you want to come back to the reading and look at those on those days, then you can do that. And then at the very end of it, I will go ahead, as I have been doing before, because before I had been pulling an energy card for you to follow through the week, and then I was doing daily reads for each of those cards. So instead this week, I'm going to do more kind of subject-focused readings. So I'll do it on various things as Spirit guides me to do, and I'll do at least 2 additional readings, maybe 3, for each of the 3 piles that we pull. And we're going to pull from the Tree Wisdom Oracle deck today for those readings. That will be at the end of this reading, and then I will do a reading that is just about specifically for you, those who chose one of those piles. How do you start this week off in the best way? So that's what that reading will be. So I'll remind you of all of that because that's a lot to keep in mind. But let's jump in to our reading today. So if you're liking the readings that you're getting here on the Abundant Joy Tarot, please hit that thumbs up for me. Subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you here. Drop me a comment and let me know what's working for you. If there's an idea for a reading that you'd like to see, I'll definitely consider it. So please drop it in the comments and let's get into it. So for the week of October 13th to the 19th, let's look at our first key to really trying to embody joy for this week. Okay. And you've got Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. The Ace of Wands, and Journey by Moonlight. Believe in magic. Okay, so what this is saying to me is, first of all, this is great that it's saying triumph over troubles and obstacles. And I feel like what we're hearing here is that the way that you are going to triumph over troubles and obstacles during this week is to tap into your creativity. The Ace of Wands represent fire and creativity and passion, right? And the aces always represent a beginning. So it's like a new idea, a new passion is coming to the surface. But what I'm really getting for you is, because you've got this beautiful card here of Journey by Moonlight, which is all about tapping into the magic that is around you, trusting and believing that there are divine entities that are working with you to open up your life pathways and co-create with you the world that is meant for you in terms of your soul purpose. And understand that that is meant to be joyful. Joy is your divine birthright, right? So there is a need for you to be able to, in some cases, some of you all suspend disbelief, but others just let yourself fully engage in your belief in the magic that is around you. Because this card right here is really saying that there are all types of magic that is around you, and that excuse me, you need to trust your intuition and those nudges that you get from spirit. It is important for you to believe, because in order for the miracles that we want to see in our lives, the first step really is that you have to believe it, because your thoughts are energy, and your energy is bringing that beauty into you. So our first key for this week is, in order to get over any troubles or obstacles that we're facing, tap into your creativity and your passion, that which lights you up. Trust and believe in all of the magic that is around you and watch it unfold. Okay? So that's the first key. The second key for us this week, you've got dark man, dealing or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Now, when these come up, I don't necessarily see it. It's not a negative or a positive, right? So in terms of the dealings, it's not telling us like positive dealings or negative dealings with a dark man of some kind, right? So it's just that there may be someone that kind of represents this energy or shows up in this energy for you in what we're doing here. But let's see what the other part of the key is. So you've got the Six of Pentacles, okay? I'm going to talk about that in a second. And then you've got wandering path. Enjoy the journey. Okay, so the key that I'm seeing here for you all, like the Six of Pentacles is talking about generosity, an easy flow of give and take. And we've got this energy of this dark man. So it could be, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a fixed man. It's a male energy, okay? Or masculine energy, right? So there's a masculine energy that is showing up here, and there is an easy flow of give and take, okay? So in your engagements, I think in general, but in particularly if you do see, if you are dealing with an individual who has dark hair or dark complexion or whatever it may be, that might be more prevalent in this week. But the key here is that allow yourself, what I'm hearing is go with the flow, because you've got enjoy the journey here, wandering path. And this tells me that you don't want to have your focus purely on the destination, right? It's saying go with the flow. Pay attention to what's happening around you. And this whole idea of this Six of Pentacles with this wandering path is making me feel that there's a need for you to be in a state of generosity of spirit, right? That what you give is going to come back to you twofold, threefold, tenfold, right? So there is a sense of having a generosity of spirit this week as you are engaging, and this is going to help to bring you joy, okay? This wandering path really reminds us that we don't always know where we're going, but that's not so much important, because we need to just accept the fact that sometimes life is kind of meandering, right? It'll take you one direction, then it'll take you another direction, but that's not bad per se. It's really each step of the way, if you're mindful, if you're paying attention to what is along the journey, is a gift for you, honestly. A gift of a lesson of some kind, a gift of joy, a gift of clarity, a gift of peace. So pay attention, be present is what I'm getting. Just be present in your week. So our second key is going to be about an easy flow of give and take, being of a generosity of spirit and going with the flow. Having a generosity of spirit and going with the flow. So our first key, tap into your passion and your creativity and believe in the magic. And then be generous and go with the flow. And then our third key for joy this week. Interesting. So you've got two energies here of human energy. So you've got younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. I'm getting for some of you, that's going to be like a child or a niece, or, it could be like, like a mentee kind of, or if you like work with youth in some way. And for some of you, that's literally just, this younger woman is just like a colleague or a friend. In other words, not too much younger than you, okay? Just maybe a little bit younger than you. But some of you, when I first turned it over, it felt like some of you, it may be like a daughter or a niece or something like that. But let's see what else we've got here. So you've got the 8 of Pentacles, okay? And then you've got traveling lightly, simplify your life. Yeah. What I was really sensing with, okay, so the 8 of Pentacles is about putting in the work, mastering something. So there's 2 things that I'm getting here. One is be mindful this week about how much time you're putting into your work, and make sure that you're spending time with loved ones, particularly if there's a young woman around you that you need to kind of pour into a little bit in this week. Be of generosity of spirit, right? When it comes to the people that are around you. But the other thing that I'm getting here is that some of you are sort of in the process of mastering your relationships with others. Not just like, I'm not necessarily talking about like a love relationship. I'm talking about like your family relationships. Like if you are a mother and you have a daughter and you have been really thinking about how you're engaging with that individual, right? If you're an auntie and you have a niece and you're wanting to engage with that individual, there is a call for you to kind of look into how you are mastering your relationships, okay? How you're mastering your relationships. So for our collective general reading, we've got these 3 keys here. And I feel like the key walkaways are going to be what I'm getting here from the Oracle cards, although we're leaning into this creativity piece here. So I think that your first key is making sure you have a sense of wonder and that you're believing in magic. Your second key is going to be being generous and just being present in the journey. Every step of the way, being present in what's going on in your world, okay? And then your third key is about connecting to your mastery of your connections with others in your life and finding a way to have more balance or simplify your life with regards to your work. So those are the 3 things I'm thinking will bring you joy. And how that might show up for you is that, it's just, as you face each day, open your eyes and have a sense of wonder of what might be possible. Don't limit what's possible for you as you get up every day. Just remember, and I said, like, have a sense of wonder. Like, what is going to be magical in my day to day? Set that intention that you are going to notice the magic in your day. All right. That's how it might look for you in this week. The other thing is, just like as you're doing your regular work or your daily tasks or whatever it is, just take a moment and take a breath and tap into what's happening right now. Be present now. Be present now. And in that moment, how can you be generous of spirit in some way? Okay. And then the other thing is being mindful of mastering your relationships through the week. And so that might look like, taking a moment and as with this, enjoy the journey, being present with the people that are around you, really listening on a deeper level and seeing how it is that you can better master your connections with your loved ones. All right. And don't work so hard. All right. So that's what I'm seeing here for us for our overview of collectively, how do we bring more joy into this week of October 13th to the 19th? Now, I'm going to move these to the side a little bit, and then I'm going to go through literally Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all the way to Saturday. All right. So let me just pause for a minute, and I'll be right back. Okay, now we have a cleaner space here, so let's get into it. So let's look at today, Sunday. What is your quick read for today, Sunday? And I'm going to do a little bit of a pause here because I want to make sure that when the timestamps come in, I'm talking about 1. So I'm trying to slow myself down a bit. So for Sunday, October 13th, you've got the 9 of Cups, And your oracle card, grounding. Look at that. How beautiful. Okay, so the Nine of Cups, this is great. So for Sunday, the Nine of Cups talks about a wish coming true, right? It's like the universe coming down. It's like a blessing, right? So Sunday, the energy, the vibe of Sunday, if you will, is about like you sort of feeling emotionally content, right? Having a sense of emotional contentment. And one of the ways that you can do that is to really ground yourself, okay? Spend some time out of your head and in your body, okay? That's what this card is really speaking to. It's like saying, oh, you've been too much in your head lately. It's time for you to get back into your body. Pay attention. It reminds me of our second key, which is that mindfulness, being present in the moment. Enjoy. Because the energy, the vibe of the day is really one of emotional fulfillment and contentment. But sometimes we can allow those days to go by us without even really fully feeling the contentment or gratitude that we have. I would encourage you on this Sunday to allow yourself to just drop in, be present, allow yourself to tap into your joy and your peace and ground yourself. If there's some activity that you can do to ground yourself, like taking a walk or just sitting outside or, reading a book, if that's what grounds you, whatever just gives you peace, I would encourage you to engage in that today. So that's for Sunday. So I'll move Sunday over here. And now let's look at Monday. So the vibe for Monday, October 14th, you got the Page of Cups and gratitude. Look at that. There's always something to be grateful for, even in the darkest of situations. Now is the time to recognize what is going well in your life and what you are thankful for. Y'all, the more you have gratitude and the more you acknowledge gratitude, more you say it out loud or write it down or, speak it out, the more you will see reasons to be grateful for. I promise you, that is like, it is its own magic. And this Page of Cups is beautiful because there's a sense of wonderment. It's bringing me back to our first key, which is believe in magic, because the Page of Cups most certainly believes in magic. The Page of Cups has a curious mindset. The other thing about the Page of Cups is that because we're talking about this Monday, right? There may be a surprise that's coming through for you on Monday because this little fish is popping out of that cup and she's probably not expecting that. So it also represents this sort of sense of like playful surprise, as well as a youthful energy around wonderment and a sense of curiosity about what's happening around us. So on this Monday that's coming up, I would just encourage you to not just like face the day with a sense of wonderment. Be prepared for magic. Be prepared for a juicy, good surprise on this Monday, but also acknowledge even the little things, even if it's a small surprise. Like say, for instance, you go to get your coffee and you normally like hazelnut cream in your coffee or something, and they don't normally have it, and that they happen to have it that day, right? Just acknowledge that and be grateful for the surprise of that. Those little things add up and they really soothe your soul and ignite your spirit. So I really want you to like embrace this Monday with a sense of wonder. And then as you're going through the day, just speak into existence the things that you're grateful for, the little things that you're grateful for. So that's what we have for Monday. And so now we are going to move on to Tuesday, and that's going to be October 15th. I have to look at my days here. So Tuesday, October 15th, you've got the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups. Beautiful. Okay, so we're talking Tuesday and see it through. Okay, so the Six of Cups. So on Tuesday, there may be some, what do they call it? They usually call it like Throwback Thursday, right? But yours might be a Throwback Tuesday in that the Six of Cups can represent nostalgia. You may be thinking about something from the past. There could be something that is from your childhood that comes up for you on Tuesday. And this can be very simple because we're talking about a daily read. It could literally just be a memory that comes through, or it could be a behavior or a mindset in which you have carried with you through childhood. And the reason why I say that is because along with that, you've got see it through. And this talks about not finishing things that you've started. So we've got this nostalgia, and then we've got this is saying karmic pattern, but having a pattern of some kind of not finishing what you start. And this card is really asking you to give yourself the grace of finishing what you start. So on this beautiful Tuesday, I would really encourage you to kind of set a simplify your life, right? Our third key, simplify your life, but set a simple goal in which you are going to complete on this Tuesday. And get it done, no matter what. Get it done. Even if it's just, I am going to go and be joyful at work today, right? Get it done, right? If it's going to be, I am going to do my laundry after work and come home, whatever it may be. Get it done. Whatever it is on this Tuesday. And the reason why you're doing this, beloveds, is that you are trying to reset the pattern of trusting yourself and doing what you need to do. Okay. So that is what I've got here for your Tuesday. Okay. So that was Tuesday. So let's look at now Wednesday, October 16th. Okay. So Wednesday, October 16th, the vibe of the day for Wednesday is the 6 of Wands. Okay. That's great. 6 of Wands and Soul's Whisper. Oh, I love that for you. So your soul is whispering its deepest desires and truths to you in the quiet moments. Listen closely. It's guiding you towards your authentic path. I love that. So Wednesday is looking really good, you all, because the 6 of Wands is the card of success. So it talks about not only success, being successful in some project or some aspect of your life, but it's also speaking to being recognized for that success. So people really acknowledging you in some way, and that can be in big or small ways, but this is the ultimate success card in the tarot. And so the vibe for Wednesday is a successful day. And I love that it says your soul's whisper underneath it as well, because we're really looking at like success coming from a place of doing something that is more aligned with who you are authentically. Okay. So listen to yourself, listen to your soul, listen to that which lights you up, which gives you passion, right? Believe in the magic, believe in yourself, right? There's a need for you to really like take in that you're being you being your authentic self is what is going to ultimately be your success, right? And so that is for Wednesday. So that's beautiful. We've got some really great energies going throughout this week. As with every week, there'll be an ebb and flow. But I think this so far, these are really, really lovely cards. A lot of cup energy in the beginning of the week, a lot of a sort of emotional, really positive fulfillment, nostalgia, good stuff, y'all. So let's go in and now let's turn and look at Thursday, October 17th. So for Thursday, October 17th, you've got the Queen of Cups. Look at all this cup energy this week. So I think we're really going to be dealing with some emotional growth, some emotional fulfillment throughout the week. The Queen of Cups is really talking about being balanced within your emotional world and also tapping deeply into your intuitive side and using that to support your making the decisions that bring the success in your life. Oftentimes we think that being a strong decision maker means that you're emotionless, when there could be nothing further than the truth. Like using your emotions to help you, not overuse your emotions, but to balance in a balanced way, use your emotions to make the decisions that drive you forward, is total in alignment, because your heart is what is guiding your soul's purpose. Okay, so this is for Thursday, and the oracle card, I got carried away with the queen there. Scattered energy. Wow. So this is about having too much on your plate. So this with the Queen of Cups is really saying, like it even says here, prioritize your well-being and create a new plan, because you have been scattered all over the place, taking on too much and feeling overwhelmed and exhausted. So again, with the Queen of Cups, is about tapping into your own self, understanding what you're feeling, listening to your feelings, and acting from a place of that. If you feel exhausted, get some rest. This society kind of tries to teach us that if we're exhausted, we need to push through. Yes, sometimes you do need to, you do need to persevere, but you also need to rest. Like rest is a natural thing, and it is what we need to do. And sometimes we will, even in the midst of exhaustion, pick up more tasks. So check yourself around that and make sure that you're not doing that to yourself, and that you're saying no when you need to say no, okay? On this Friday, I'm getting my days mixed up, but on this Friday, listen to yourself and allow your emotions to help guide your decisions, okay? So, did I get the right day? Am I mixing it up? No, this is Thursday. Sorry, y'all. This is Thursday. So, we are now going on to Friday, okay? So, this is Thursday. Now, for Friday, October 18th, the vibe of the day for Friday for the collective is going to be the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles and reflection. What an interesting like he is reflecting. Look at him. But the Seven of Pentacles talks about where you've been working on something, you've been putting in the hard work, and you're sort of at a place of like, you're not seeing the harvest of it. So the Seven of Pentacles asks us, one, to be patient. And two, it also can be a time of reflection or reevaluation. Like, what do we need to do at this time? So on this Friday, there may be an opportunity for you to just simply pause, look around you, see how far you have come and how far you have yet to go, and then be able to kind of reassess. Is this the direction I want to go? Because the day before, we were really talking about you taking on too many things. It may be on this Friday that you're looking at the situation and saying, I don't want to take on any more. I'm going to focus on this that I am building, or I'm going to put this to the side and move forward with this other thing for a while, and then come back to this while it is germinating, growing, doing what it needs to do, right? So there's a sense of reflection. Now it says you're being asked to reflect on your recent choices. What lessons have they taught you? Reflection is the mirror to your soul's growth. So use it to deepen your understanding and intuition. I love this because there's also like this sense of you looking forward and backwards, right? This is a moment of pause, right? Where the harvest has not come in, the work has been laid out, but it's like, okay, let me just pause. And you're also being asked to look both forward and backwards. What are the dreams moving forward? What have you done just thus far? Remember, you all, this just keeps coming to me. Remember, you always have the opportunity to make another choice. We forget that. We think, oh, well, I made my bed, now I have to lie in it, right? When people say, like, you always have an opportunity to make another choice. Yeah, you made that particular bed, but maybe you want to change the sheets, and that's fine. Maybe you decide that mattress isn't working for you, so you need to go get a new mattress, or even a topper that's a little bit softer, right? To let you sleep on it. You always have an opportunity to make another choice in your life. All right. That's what I have got here for your Friday. And then finally for Saturday, October 19th. So this is going to be for Saturday, October 19th. You've got the Chariot. This is my favorite card of the deck. It's a 7. I have a life path number of 7. It's just my card. But the Chariot is about moving full speed ahead on your soul's purpose. Now let's see what else we've got here for Saturday. Miracles. I love that. You are being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. This is another thing like gratitude. The more you acknowledge miracles in your life, you all, the more you will see them. The more they will come forward, the bigger they will get. I promise you that. That is like a law, a universal law. The Chariot is like you have learned from your past mistakes. You have poured into the light of you, of your spirit, and you are now clear and moving yourself straight to success on your soul path. And along the way, you're going to be blessed with miracles. So I really want you all on this Saturday. It's just like I said, I think I said that earlier on gratitude. There was a gratitude, right? In this gratitude? Yeah, okay. On gratitude. But on this sense of miracles, like, I've had people say to me, I did a beautiful program called the Year of Miracles. And I started noticing little miracles. So I'd be like, oh my God, we got a parking space. That's a miracle. Thank you for the miracle, right? And then I had some people in my life that were just like, that is not a miracle, right? But the thing is, it's like, I get to name it a miracle because it is, there were also a lot of really big miracles that happened in my life, as well as like being here, being alive, because I almost didn't make it. But there, I guess what I'm saying is that you get to acknowledge and amplify the energy of miraculous things happening in your life, right? You get to name that for yourself. And if you choose to walk in that light, let me tell you, the universe will unfold beautiful, magical miracles on a daily basis for you. But you've got to make that choice, right? You got to make that choice. So this is your reading for the week in terms of the daily vibe. And I tried to put it in the timestamps and also put a little segment thing so that you could come back to this reading if you're like, what did she say for Wednesday? What's going on? To lean into some of these really wonderful messages of moving yourself throughout this week to really land in your joy. All right, so that is going to be the collective reading. And now I'm going to move these to the side and I'm going to put the 3 piles that you may choose from, in which I will do a brief reading for how you specifically should start your week. And then I'll also probably do 2 more readings using these same significator cards that you can come back to and see if it's progressing, because I'm kind of tapping in to that energy. All right, so hang on a sec and we will look at the piles that you can choose from. Okay, let's do it. Let's choose our piles for the quick read that I'm going to do today, and then 2 more readings coming throughout the week. All right. So for pile number 1, you may choose from, let's see, the stone you have is trust. Trust. Beautiful. And the card, these are new cards. It is the date palm. The date palm energy. And I'll talk about what this energy is. Really just kind of tap into your breathing, tap into what your inner spirit guide is telling you, what pile is kind of calling to you. Okay. If there's more than one, that's fine. You can go to more than one, but I'll put the timestamps in and you can choose. Pile 2, laugh. I always love it when this stone comes up. Laughing is so critical to our being, to our souls, and to our physical health. And then your card, Camphor. Camphor. And then pile number 3 is going to be strength. Lovely. Strength. And white mulberry. Look at that. That's a very rich tree. Okay. All right, so those are the piles that you can choose from. You'll find the timestamps in the description to be able to choose trust, date palm, laugh, or camphor, or strength and white mulberry. All right, so let's get into these brief readings, and I will see you there. Take a moment and choose. Hey, pile 1. So welcome to your quick mini read. I do these little pick-up piles so that outside of the general reading, which I'm reading the collective energy, each of us have our own unique paths, and that's why a general collective reading is not the same as a personal reading, which, by the way, I do personal readings, and you can contact me if you are interested in one. But so, because I'm not reading your direct energy, right? I'm not. So anyway, so this is to hopefully give you a little bit more of a closer message, and by having 3 different piles, so different people are drawn to different energies. Today we were pulling the significator card from the Wisdom of Trees Oracle. And I adore trees, and I think that they're very powerful and rich. And so this is the date palm, and I love that it's got this little creature in there as well. The date palm represents grace, okay? And grace is such a critical thing that we have. And the date palm says that I bring you simple but essential gift of grace. My leaves are simple fronds, yet can be woven into many useful and decorative household items. My fruits, which are sweet and nutritious, hang down in grace. So this is really beautiful. It tells us a little bit about the date palm, and I'm sharing this with you so that you can kind of understand a little bit of the energy of this card. But it says that the date palm is thought to be the world's oldest cultivated food-producing plant and is at least 6,000 years old. For the ancient Egyptians, this tree was the home of Nefertiti, I'm not going to say that right, who was the protector of the dead and greeted new arrivals to the underworld with a tray of dates. So I like sharing this information because, and I'm going to read a little bit more, but, we begin to understand how this might show up for you energetically, right? This connection with ancestors, the connection with the protector of the dead. It was an important tree for the ancient Greeks who believed that a sacred date palm on the island of Delos witnessed the births of Artemis and Apollo. According to the Quran, Mary gave birth to Jesus under a date palm. And it is used in traditional Chinese medicine to help tone the blood and affect the lung, liver, and spleen meridians or energy. All right. So this is telling you that it's time for you to remain graceful in the face of pressure. So our question here is about how do you uniquely start this week, So it may be that some of you are going to have some challenges that you need to face. And when those challenges come up, I want you to think back to this and take a deep breath and say, okay, how can I teach myself to bend with the winds of change? How can I adapt to my current situation so that you can continue to be flexible and upright? Okay, so that is what this energy is, and we, like I said, will do probably at least another reading, if not 2 readings, for the date palm energy this week. So you can come back to the channel and you'll see I will have a thumbnail that probably has the different piles, and you can go in and see. And then the stone that you have here is trust. And what I'm getting for you all is trust yourself. In other words, trust that you have the emotional fortitude to be able to handle anything that's coming in. Not only trust yourself, but trust in your higher power, trust in the divine, that you will have what you need to get through any trial or tribulation. All right. So I looked then at what was on the surface. These are tarot cards, by the way. They're circular, but they're tarot cards. So I looked at what's on the surface and then what might be hidden from you, and then some gentle guidance. So what's on the surface for you? Three of Vessels. The Three of Vessels is about celebrating, excuse me, celebrating with friends and family. You see the jubilee that they've got going on here, right? So the Three of Vessels is going to be the Three of Cups, and it's also about emotion. Cups represent emotion. So this Three of Cups, which is about celebrating with friends and family, it's also sort of emotional fulfillment that can come with being in community with others. Okay, so this is what is happening on the top of the surface. So in terms of starting your week in the best way possible toward joy, I feel like for you all, for this Sunday and this Monday, it's like connect with your loved ones, be in community with your loved ones to get you grounded to be able to face your week or what's going to be coming up next, okay? And then what's going on underneath the surface, the Nine of Wands or the Nine of Staves. So this is letting me know that for some of you all, you've been feeling overwhelmed, overburdened, carrying a heavy load, okay? But the Nine of Staves is saying to persevere, to push forward, move forward. You may want to share with community because you've got this sense of celebration with community. Share with community what you've been holding. And I feel pretty confident that you'll be able to put some of these stabs down and allow your community to support you in that process, okay? And then your gentle guidance, dreams. Dreams. So what is immediately coming to mind as I'm looking on this is a couple of things. One, for some of you all, if you've been having a very active dream life in terms of sometimes we remember our dreams and sometimes you maybe just wake up and feel like you've been dreaming heavy. But the guidance here is to pay attention to your dreams because they are a vehicle of communication for you, okay? So if you have been looking for or seeking guidance on any particular issue, understand that you know when you sleep, your soul is at rest, and you're like the spirits that walk with you are kind of like going to the other realm, getting the information that they need, helping to come down and download you. And sometimes that comes through dreams, sometimes that comes through hunches or just your general intuition. But this is a card to kind of remind you to pay attention to your dream world and what guidance you might be getting there. That's one side of it. And then the other side of it is like follow your dreams, your heart's desire, right? Follow your dreams. Yeah. And there is a what is it? It's like say yes to your dreams. There's this need for you to open up to the possibility of your dreams and say yes to your dreams. Trust that you know that the guidance that you're getting is leading you toward your dreams. All right. That's what I see for you all. Pile 1, thanks. And I'm going to go ahead and go on to pile 2. I think this is the reading that I have for you today. I hope that you're able to pick up all that we've gotten with the collective reading as well. And remember, you can always come back and go to the timestamp of that given day to kind of be reminded of what's happening at that time. All right. And I will see you soon. Please click that thumbs up for me if these are working for you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also let me know what's resonating with you. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey, Pile 2. So let's get into your brief reading. As I was saying in Pile 1, I just wanted to kind of point out that I do the collective reading, and then I do these sort of pick a pile readings so that you can kind of hone in a little bit, and maybe we can get a little bit more specific, because these collective readings and even these pick a piles are not the same as like a personal reading, because I'm not reading you directly, but hopefully we can kind of pick up the energy. And if you do ever want a personal reading, I do those as well, and you can send me a note, or you'll see the information in the description about that. But you chose the Camphor, okay? And I love this. Like, I don't know if you are familiar with Camphor, but it is, I don't even know what it is exactly, but it like has a very strong scent, right? And it's an awakener, right? And so Camphor, its energy is about clarity, all right? So it says here, I teach the importance of seeing situations clearly, not only with your mind, but also with your heart. This will enable you to look beyond the things as they appear to be in order to see how they really are. And so you find peace and understanding, okay? So that is a really beautiful message for you all as you get ready to start your week, to look for joy. The guidance here is to have an open mind toward clarity and look at things for what they really are, not just with your mind, but with your heart, okay? A little bit about the camphor is it says, although in Australia, the camphor tree is regarded as a nuisance, and in parts of the southern United States where it flourishes, the camphor itself, what it contains is widely prized. So camphor is important in Hindu ceremonies where it's burnt in honor of the god of Shiva, the god of destruction. But camphor is also used as it has anti-macro. I'm not going to be able to say it. I'm not going to be able to say it right now. So properties, and is also used to clear nasal and lung congestion, which is where I have come in contact with it. Like, it does help with nasal and lung congestion. But this card is really saying for you to set aside time to be by yourself. Practice some steady breathing so that you can clear your mind and that you can look at the difficulties or challenges that you're looking at with a sense of clarity and analyzing it so that you can get better, make better decisions and get a better understanding of the situations that you're dealing with. So if you are currently, dealing with something and feeling like you don't have full understanding or there's some confusion around it, this card is really showing up to say, like, take some time to go within, breathe, and allow the energy of this camphor to kind of illuminate for you, clear out the passages of confusion so that you can move forward. All right. Now, this is tarot, even though it's circular. And I looked at what's on the surface, what's hidden, and then some gentle guidance. So you've got the Hanged Man. That's interesting with the camphor because it's about getting clarity. So the Hanged Man is when you are in a place of pause. You're actually in, some people think of it as stagnation, but I think of it as a pause, a point of reflection in which you are able to get downloads from the divine, increase your sense of clarity and understanding of your world and your life path so that you can then proceed once you have expanded, elevated your consciousness, right? And so the camphor is also coming in around clarity. So there is a sense for you all that as you begin your week, there's an opportunity for you to pause and reflect, drop into yourself and connect with the divine and get clarity on how it is that you're moving forward. Ask for the divine to order your steps, help you to understand more deeply what it is that you should be doing. Now, what's underneath the surface for you is the Lover's card. So for some of you all, the first thing that I'm getting, oh, this is such a beautiful image. The divine coming in here. For some of you all, the clarity that you need is in regard to a love relationship. Okay. I don't often read this card like that, but that is what I'm hearing. So for some of you all, you're in a sense of pause, and there's a need for you to bring some levity to the conversation, to the relationship, if you will, so that you can get deeper clarity. There's a need for you to take a pause, but also tap into your heart space and make a heart-centered decision. I'm getting the sense of levity because of this laugh piece, because sometimes laughter allows us to look at things from a different perspective that we haven't allowed ourselves to do. Now, for some of you all, this doesn't have to do with the love relationship, and it's really about you starting your week making a heart-centered choice about how you're going to proceed forward in this week. Okay, because the Lover's card also represents choice. All right, but in particular, making a heart-centered choice, letting your heart be the guide toward how you move forward, right? A huge part of your decision making, right? And so that's what I'm seeing is going on underneath the surface for you. So while many of you may feel like, well, I'm just stuck, I'm in a pause, I don't know what to do, that's because what's on the surface is this Hanged Man, where the divine is trying to give you additional information. But what's going on underneath the surface, the reason why the divine is doing that is because you need to make a heart-centered choice about your path moving forward. Okay? So that is the guidance that I have for you. And then you've got let go. Look at that. Let go. Wow. Wow. There's such a sense of surrender and release here, right? And so it kind of reminds me a bit of the Hanged Man. In this way, he's a little bit, it's like he doesn't really have the choice. He kind of has to let go, right? Because he is upside down, like he's hanging there. But this almost, it feels like a choice. It's an opportunity, like the divine is saying, let go of what is no longer serving you. Trust and know that the universe is going to catch you. Make a heart-centered choice, okay? You will find that it is necessary to let things go simply for the reason that they are heavy. So let them go. Let go of them. I tie no weights to my ankles. Okay. So this is from the Higher Self Oracle, and it is really telling you that you need to allow yourself to let go. Okay. There may be a friendship or relationship that needs to end, but you're still holding on to it, although it's no longer helpful or healthy for you. You are being asked to let go and make room for something better to enter your life. Okay? If you're holding on to past regret or holding on to something due to a very painful or life-altering event, sometimes if we pass, we're like, holding on, if someone passes, then you're holding on to certain things, certain ways of being, certain ways of doing things. Your higher self is asking you to let go, okay? Also, let go of this whole concept that we have of shoulda, woulda, coulda. I should have done this. I could have done this. I should let that go. Let it go. Be here now. Be in the present. One of our keys for the collective was enjoy the journey. Be mindfully present now. We get caught up in this piece, and that's why we're unable to let go, because we get caught up. And it's important for you to be able to let go, because when you let go, that which is meant to be will still be, and that which is meant to come will be able to come because you've let go. Okay. All right. So that's what I have got for you all. Pile 2. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that thumbs up if you like what you're getting here. Drop me a note, comment, let me know how it's resonating with you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Okay. Have a joyfully abundant day. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your quick reading here. Just as I was saying in the other piles, I forget to remind people that again, we do the collective reading, right? So it is collective. It's not a personal reading. So I try to do these piles to kind of maybe hopefully get a little bit more specific with you. But even so, this is not going to be a personal reading, right? This is a collective reading. So if you're interested in a personal reading, I do those, and you can message me or send the email that's in the description. But here we're just trying to get into, what additional information do you need to specifically start your week toward a week of joy, right? And so you got the white mulberry, or you were drawn into the white mulberry. And this is a really beautiful card. I don't know if you see that, but there's I believe that's a butterfly there, which always is kind of letting me know that there's some transformation. But I just love that there's so much vibrancy, right, with the tree being so alive, and then the yin and yang symbol of balance, because the white mulberry represents harmony, okay? And this particular energy is talking about sending you spiritual and emotional nourishment, okay? It will guide you into creating stronger and more harmonious connections with others. It will enrich your understanding of their motives as well as your own. So this energy lays heavy with our connections with our loved ones, friends, family, and perhaps even, coworkers or those. But this sense of deepening connection. So the thing is, this tree in Chinese tradition, they believe that the mulberry is the world tree, or the tree of renewal. This unites the dead who dwell in the 9 sources with the 9 heavens. The tree therefore represents the Tao, or the fundamental nature of the universe. A sacred grove of mulberry trees was always planted outside China's ancient royal capital cities. The white mulberry is used extensively in traditional Chinese medicine to cleanse the liver and to send qi, or energy, flowing smoothly through the systems of the body. Okay, so this card is about you doing your best to create harmony with your friends and family, to empathize with them, and even when their behavior confuses you or sends you in some way, there's a need for you to be in a place of strength, right? And whenever I see this strength stone, it really does speak to me like the tarot strength card, which is really tapping into your inner strength, that quiet wisdom that you carry with you, okay? And so that, in alignment with the mulberry, feels like in order for you to start your week with a sense of moving toward a week of joy, there is a sense of looking around you and connecting with your loved ones and really seeing things for what they are and who they are, and loving on them completely, fiercely. So that's what I'm seeing. And then you've got, so these 2 are tarot cards, and then we've got gentle guidance. So let's see what's on the surface and what may be hidden from you. And what's on the surface for you, interesting, is the 8 of vessels, so the 8 of cups. Now, so some of you may be feeling like there's something that's going on in your life that it's not, it's okay, right? It's not terrible, but you want more. You want more, okay? And so that's what the 8 of cups really speaks to, or the 8 of vessels. It's about walking away from something that may have been okay, but it was not emotionally fulfilling you at the level that you want to be fulfilled. And you, by embarking on the 8 of vessels, you are going out to seek that 10 of cups, complete emotional fulfillment. So this is what is going on the surface for you as you sort of begin this week. Let's see what might be hidden from you. Yeah, you're ready to move. So this is the Knight of Cups. And so there's also the Knight of Cups. It's like it sometimes they'll say it's a message of love. It's bringing a message of love, right? Because knights are always talking about movements. In this particular situation, I'm really getting that for you all. What you need to understand, the message here is that you have the strength to be able to bring greater harmony into your life by walking away from some things that are no longer serving you. Because the knight in you, that energy that wants to move forward, is here, ready to be able to go on the journey of the Eight of Cups with you and drive you toward a brighter, more fulfilling future. Okay? You have the strength, you have the capability, you have the intelligence to go and seek the emotional fulfillment that you have been searching for. All right? And then your gentle guidance, change. Look at that. You know, change for all of us, no matter who you are or how much of it you've had, because I've had quite a bit, but is scary. It can be a little scary. I mean, that's why, look at this card. She's like basically in like lava, right? Like burning lava, and it's like coming up and scraping her, and she looks a little bit distraught, right? Because change can be very, very challenging, but it is inevitable, right? Everybody goes through it. It is a constant. Change is constant. And so it's important for you to be able to move through the change, move through the change. If she would keep moving, rather than standing still amongst the lava, it might not burn as much. So that's what I'm seeing. That there's a need for you to go ahead and move, to go ahead and take movement toward walking away, but not even just walking away, because the Eight of Cups is not about just walking away. It's about walking toward a new horizon. Okay, so walk to your new horizon, pile 3. So that's the messages that I've had for you today. I thank you so much for tuning into the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is our day. Click that thumbs up for me if you like what you're hearing here. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not. Share the video. Let me know what resonates with you in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And other than that, I hope that you have a joyfully abundant day and a joyfully abundant week. And I will see you next time. All right, y'all. Bye.